Hello everyone, my name is Coop, and welcome to a Tony Hawk's American Wasteland Story Easy speedrunning tutorial. That's the first time I've done anything like this, so bear with me as I go through this. Now this, like I said, is for Story Easy, and this applies to both New Game and New Game Plus, with only one minor difference that I will showcase later when it is prevalent. Now, first thing I'll ask is to point you to the description. There will be two links you can see there. The first one will be for the Tony Hawk Speedrunning Discord. That way you can join the community, get involved with the community. If you have any questions, it's a great place to go to get answers. I'm on there as frequently as I can be. Obviously, people want to help new runners. Obviously, everybody wants to help everyone out. And it's a very good community there, so I highly recommend it. Then the second link will be to the American Wasteland Speedrun.com page, which will have a lot of the things that you'll want to make this game easier to run when you're starting off. One that we'll point out is when you go to it, there will be a resources tab. You click that, and then a save section. There'll be a post by Stagmaster15 that will have saves available for all three difficulties, New Game and New Game Plus. That way you can use those, because you don't want to have to start a new game every time, because it's about a minute you have to wait. So it can get rather tedious. So without further ado, let us get into this. So the time starts, you'll load in right here. This is how it'll look when you start. Time starts when you talk to Mindy.
Okay.
And we'll skip through this.
I'm
going to try to take this somewhat quickly, but cover things as they are important. So the first thing is changing your hair. All you need to do is remove your hat. If your character does not have a hat, you can scroll to facial hair and do beard 1, and then you're good. And then here, you want to come in here, A 3 times, B 3 times, and that is all you got to do there. I am using an Xbox controller, but when I say A, I mean ollie, X is flip, B is grab, Y is grind. Obviously, you can set the binds up however you choose. Obviously, the inputs will come up kind of strangely on the game, but I'll try to point them out when they come up. So the first thing we'll do now is come talk to Ian.
Who's that?
And unlock the caveman.
Try it out.
So you don't actually have to land this; you can just do this, and then grind here and jump off immediately.
You can switch to walk and then grind.
Or they combine the two.
Now you.
So you'll come here. You'll want to make sure the caveman's in your combo, or else it won't count.
If you complete each day.
Now that that's done, we'll skate back here, just turn around and hit this rail. We'll come talk to Mindy and learn about stat challenges.
There's each every night for one, like the
So now you have to do 6 stat challenges through this game, mainly in this first couple sections. So you'll want to hit this to look at it, and then do a caveman just like that. And then stand by Mindy, wait for her goal to come up and talk to her.
Yo,
he's new.
I might come on. Cool.
Now this is where we're going to learn how to do the manual, but first we have to do this kickflip. Now this is the harder way to do it. You want to do it like this. Not entirely like that, but basically there's a point that the game will start to slow down. This jump is kind of hard to do, but you'll hit it. You can hit it. It's kind of awkward, like I said, but the easier way to just start off is just to skate at him like this and just land it. And now Rain will teach us how to manual. Pretty simple. You just have to do it 3 times.
Now you try.
You'll notice a lot in this game, you'll have the 0 out of whatever, usually 3. That just means you have to have it in your combo 3 times. It's very simple. So just 1, 2, 3, and then you'll want to spin and do a flip trick
Now
there
it's time to
get
practice
your 1,000.
with manual to the start.
You'll want to get your 1,000 points. That way you up your speed stat, which is very important. Now for this, jump here, and then do this. When you hit the end, when you hit the ground there, you'll want to jump again. That way you continue coming this way. Now this is where the game changes. If you play the game casually, you know that next you would learn the revert, and then you go up to the school and talk to Joe Skater. You'd have to skate against him, get your stuff back, and then do the dinosaur goal. This is where the game diverts slightly. So we're going to skate over here, and instead of going to do that goal, we're actually going to come talk to the graffiti guy. Now, there are 3 of these missions you have to do at 4 separate levels. Hollywood, Beverly Hills, Downtown, and Santa Monica. And even on NG+, you have to do these because this is part of the whole NG+ thing. So what you want to do is just come up to it, hit the button, and you can start walking away before the cutscene actually begins. And once that's done, you'll skate down this way towards the second marker and talk to him again. And then you'll come up here. And then when you get this spray, you'll want to jump this way towards the gate. And now this is where the game changes. So you'll want to come up against this corner of the door. Go to your game options, your control setup, turn off the auto kick feature. You'll want to kind of wedge yourself in here as well as you can. Try to line up your head kind of how mine is set up. So like the left 40% of your head is on the darker like side of the gate. And then the middle of your head is lined up with the lighter little corner there. So you'll want to lean forward. You'll want to get on your board, lean forward, and jump. And then if you do so, you will be in the gate. Just like this. So again, you'll line up your head. Obviously, it comes with practice. You'll get it easier and easier. And then you're in. And then you come back to your controls, turn on auto kick, and that's all for Hollywood. So we're going to start skating to Beverly Hills. And I could talk a little bit about this game now. So now that we've done this, 2 things have changed. One, we do not have access to the revert. You can always do that goal beforehand, but I don't really, not necessary. But secondly, the bus to Beverly Hills is now unavailable. So you see the bus right there? I'm not going to show it yet, but you'll see it later. Normally you use the bus to fast travel between areas, but since we went this way, the bus is not available to us because the trigger to unlock the Beverly Hills bus is the dinosaur goal in Hollywood. So now with that out of the way, we can't use it, so we have to get a little creative to get back, but that'll be explained. So now we'll come over here and talk to the graffiti guy again, do our first goal in Beverly Hills. The third one in Hollywood we'll do later. So now we're going to do that, and then we'll skate over here to where the star is, and come talk to Mindy. And now we meet our main cast.
Check it.
And they basically are going to show us all these tricks that they want us to do. But since we're on easy, we only do one of them, which is pretty simple.
Manual to wall plant.
So this is a bigger section of the game, especially compared to Hollywood.
And I go for the spine transfer to nose grab front flip.
And obviously, you know, iconic line there for anybody who's played this game.
Damn. You're gonna. There's a. They are after you've learned a thing or two.
So now all of these stars that we have, we're gonna have to do now. This is where you learn the bulk of your skating in this game. Is this? So you'll come over here and we'll start learning from Jeff.
Hey, check this.
So now we're gonna learn sticker slaps. Obviously, like you have to wait for the demonstrations a lot. So instead of skating forward, you want to do this. You'll just want to hit the sticker slap and jump off your board, like so. It's another situation where you just have 3 of them in a combo.
Cool.
Sometimes if you jump off too early, it can be a little weird, and you won't actually get the trick when you go back to the wall. So you kind of want to space out a little bit so you don't have that issue.
Oh, now you.
This one faces you against the wall, thankfully, so do 3 of these, and boom.
Here, check it. Just go towards the wall and wall ride. Okay, there.
And now wall ride's pretty simple. We're gonna get 2 of them right here, and I'm gonna go for a little strat here. It saves us a little bit of time. Get the wall ride on this wall, and I missed it.
So you want here? Right. Check it out.
The way these goals work
Let's see you.
Is if you start a goal at the same time that you end another goal, you can skip the opening showcase of like the opening cutscene basically. So the where he showed off the spine transfer, you wouldn't have to see that. This is one of the quicker ones to skip. It's a lot easier. There's one later that could save you about 15 seconds, 20 seconds. It's pretty simple. So now, skate up here, spine transfer here, spine transfer here, and then we'll do a quick turn and spine transfer back.
Cool. Now let's do some. Check this out.
I'll show off the quick turn
flip
after
on
this
this
goal.
rooftop. Give it a try.
So flip, want to hit this. Now you can do double flips like that, but it'll only count for one flip if you do a double flip. If you time it right, you can get both single flips.
Nice
there.
flips.
So,
now let's do this to do a roll.
now we get to do rolls, which are basically the same thing.
Go ahead, your turn.
The quick turn that I showed off, if you tap down, and your revert button, which for me is the right trigger, you can do this. It's very helpful. But go ahead and do the rolls. And boom, like that.
Damn, man. Since you got the spine transfer, jump off the...
Now, acid drop, pretty simple. Just run at the wall.
Good job. Now for bank. When you're over an angled surface, you can do a bank transfer.
Now, the bank transfer is kind of weird.
That's,
what you can
go
do
ahead, you're up.
Is instead of going there, you can come to this planter. If you activate it and get off your board like that, you can just get 3 of them in a combo right there. I gotta kind of keep track of the time because it's important for later. What you'll want to do is you can kind of hold the combo and then go for that skip here.
Bonjour.
What?
I will
And this is where you learn all the
as I do the
parkour,
wall run.
which is obviously the most important part of the game. The wall run, pretty simple.
Now flips are flipping fun.
Wall flip, you'll kind of want to come to the side here so you can do one off of this wall. And when you land the third one, you can get on your board. It goes a little quicker.
me from one marker to the other.
And then this one, you don't actually have to do it like that. You can come off of the wall and just grab it like this.
Now watch me combo without board with wheels.
Oh, that's...
Attends, front and
And
back
then
tuck.
front and back tucks,
Voila.
simple.
You try.
Again, on the third one, just put your board down.
Front tuck. Man.
And this is where we're going to go for that other skip. So, right here.
Why?
And I
I've been
missed it.
trying to... I'll show you.
Yeah,
It's called a not spin.
It's about frame perfect, so
That bites!
if you don't get it,
well,
don't
maybe
be
you can
surprised.
do
It takes time.
Try to jump on a pole and not a spin. Not a spin on both of these poles for a few seconds each.
Now, not a spins are simple. It's your revert button and your rail button, which for me is Y. Then you just want to hold these for the few seconds. And now we're going to want to go for our second graffiti tag, and we're going to do a butt slap. Like that. Now, butt slaps are essential. I guess essential if you're probbing. They're not as useful in this game. In fact, there's only a couple right here, but the rest of the game is relatively butt slap free. I will provide a tutorial in the description for butt slaps if you want to go more in depth and truly learn how to do it. But basically what you'll have to do is roll off of a ledge, do a flip trick, and then mash your ollie button. And if you do it correctly, you'll get extra air like you saw there. So, do that. I rolled off the side anyway. So yeah. You'll kind of want to get off your board, land here, and we'll talk to the guy. And then get our second graffiti tag. Just grab up here. And then they'll come down off of the ledge. And now we're going to go for another butt slap here. You can land right here on this awning. And then wall run up. If you miss it, you can come around the side there and hit this ladder. And get up here. And then you can get on your board here and land. That way you're not in a combo, because you cannot start a goal while in a combo. So again, do that. We'll jump away. That's funny. I haven't done that before. Then you'll get this text box. You'll want to put that text box away before you start this goal, because if you don't, the camera gets kind of weird.
All right, home. When you're ready, try a few.
So now we're doing bonelesses and boned ollies. For the boned ollies, you're going to want to start skating this way, because we're going to do Boone's goal. That's weird. It wasn't activated. This one you can't actually skip the intro because it's not loaded in yet.
Just watch and learn.
And one thing I
Spine
forgot to mention
transfer
as well
to nose grab to
is
front
if you
flip.
start a goal before the text boxes pile up for like, oh hey, you learned this trick, you can just skip them during the cutscene. It's a little quicker than just starting it or like landing it and then not starting that goal. That way you can just skip them while you're in the cutscene, as opposed to having to do it before you start the goal. So spine transfer, nose grab, front flip, you'll skate this way. And that's Beverly Hills done. So we're moving right along. The time's starting to get late in game, but that can be...
Wow, that
I'll
was
circumvent that
awesome.
later.
You nailed it. I haven't seen someone so dialed
It'll be
since that Rodney
circumvented at
versus
some
Day
point.
One video.
You proved yourself to us,
You know, obviously the
Hunter.
run
Now
goes
follow
faster,
us up here to
but
meet Iggy.
I'm showing things off, so you'll end up here. So this is the route you want to get used to get back to the ranch. You'll come up here, and then once you kind of start going down, you'll hit this rail and follow this wire. And you can shuffle there to go a little quicker. Then you want to get off your board right around here where these dark lines intersect and talk to Murphy.
Hey, here.
Ugh.
Now we get to sketch Sanchez, which is pretty simple. You just hold the balance on easy. It's almost impossible to drop it unless you do it on purpose. So, you might be wondering why I'm bringing up the time and why the time is important to this game. And I will mention that in just a second when we start the next section. Because we're going to have some dialogue here, and sometimes the game gets a little loud.
Hey, you. Okay, forget that.
So you'll just get off your board here, hit the B button or
Good
whatever
boy,
your,
Sanchez. Let's go
whatever
find
your
some more
grab button
wood.
is, and then start sketching. Now, time is important in this game for stat challenges. Now, the big stat you want to upgrade is your speed, obviously. And most of the speed stats are available on the second day the game is on. So, like your second in-game day. So stat challenges are always set at the start of the game. They're the same every time, and they go on a cycle throughout the days that are in-game. So you'll always have the same goals at each different one on the first couple days. And most speed stats are available on day 2. So,
Well, you're in. This is
Sanchez.
Good. All right. Hey!
You'll want to start coming back this way. Now we can skate back to the ranch. So, and when you're in the tunnels, you kind of go slower because the game is loading the next section. So a decent way to get through them is wall riding the walls. Just wall riding the corners mainly. So, back to what I was saying about speed stats. One thing I'll point out as well is that speed stats do not help you when you're skating switch. So you'll want to get used to skating with your left foot forward. Because if the game says switch, you'll be going slower since that's affected by the switch stat and not the speed stat. So as you see, if I'm skating switch here, you see how much slower I'm going? You know, you obviously don't want that. So we'll be getting our stat points later, and I will show that off. Because the day is actually just already reset. So. Alright, so I'm actually going to quit out here. This is not normal where you'd quit out. But I'm going to just for safety. That way I don't overlap the days and then ruin the tutorial. But now we're here. Obviously, it'll be kind of late afternoon, evening time by the time you're here in the game, so...
No.
You gotta do the vert slide. So bump off Murphy, and then hold your right trigger. And then you just get these.
Lesson.
Now, for this one, all you have to do is hold it. You don't actually have to do it till the end in here.
Now, get some...
And then you can acid drop here and do this. You just have to hit it kind of where that arrow is. And then that's the goal completed.
Slimmy, did you hear the word on the radio? Tony Hawk said on his show that some crazy lunatic busted up this lane protest in Hollywood by knocking down the dinosaur head right in the middle of them.
Really
That's awesome.
We didn't hear about it, Murphy.
Makes the game longer.
Saw it. You're looking at the crazy
If you
lunatic
haven't
right
looked
here.
at the leaderboards,
Mr.
the
Dino Demo
new game
himself.
record is 50
That's
minutes.
ridiculous, man.
27 seconds by myself.
You know what would even be better than
New
that?
Game Plus is about
We should go
50
snack that
or
thing.
48.12
That big
by
T-Rex could be our
Crofty.
first piece for the skate ranch.
New Game Plus is faster, but New Game hasn't been fully
I'm down with that
optimized with
plan.
the new
You should
route
cruise
yet.
back over to Hollywood before that thing's gone
So,
and bring back that dino.
Hopefully the time of this game can get pushed down to about 48 New Game and 47 New Game Plus. So now you're going to come over here and go to the truck, and you'll see that the only option you have is Hollywood instead of Hollywood and Beverly Hills like normal. We'll come to Hollywood. You want to just skate this way, and we'll talk to Mouton and do our third graffiti goal here in Hollywood. We'll hit this and then skate down towards the star where the dinosaur head is. And this is the first time money actually comes up in this game, aside from the
That's
like hair
I only
and
thought-
shirt. On easy, you don't have to do any money grinding. Real quick, I'm gonna show this off. You want to come over here when you come back and try to sticker slap that. I missed it, but
Oh man, I can't wait to ride that thing. Hey, let's...
if you do that correctly when you spawn in, if you sticker slap this pole, you'll stay right here, and you won't get pulled over there like I did. So now we have to skate back to Beverly Hills to do the next goal. So, as I was saying, money is not really important on easy, because you get money from doing the graffiti missions and from doing BMX missions, which we'll have to do a couple of later. So unless you go out of your way to spend money, which is obviously slower, you will never need to grind money in this game on easy. Normal and sick, the costs are higher, so you will. But this isn't normal and sick.
Yeah. What's that? He loosened the bolts on this dude.
So instead of hitting the ramp there, do this, wall ride, grind, hit this. You'll want to be careful mashing through
That
this
was so killer.
because the game can crash. It's prone to crashing here. So now this is where the game starts to open up. So we're gonna come over here and talk to Boone.
What shit? I'm getting.
This one's pretty easy. All you have to do is just mash. So obviously you just do it quickly. You probably hear me mashing. My mic setup isn't the best. You can hear my controller inputs. But once this goal is done, you'll have this pop up to go back to the ranch. You'll want to hit yes. And then once that's done, you'll skate over to the truck. You have to wait for the loading to finish. And then you'll go back to Hollywood. Now, once that's done, you'll skate over here. And we're going to go unlock downtown, which is the section we're currently on. At least the section. That's how I split it. Splits are different depending on who you are. Some people split at different places. Just do the bank drop onto the car.
Come back! Thanks.
Yo,
Oh, did you spoons?
catch you later.
Oh, you're not persuaded. One more.
Now that that's done, this is another point where the route kind of splits from normal. So what you'll do is we'll skate over here and talk to Dwayne.
Hey,
and we're
it's
gonna do
gonna
this
just
goal.
hop, jump, then jump. Easy.
So you'll want to ride up against the window here and then jump off and hit this rail and then hit the back of the truck. If you ride near the back, it'll kick you out sometimes, and it's slower.
Quick, let's get out of here.
So we got that. We don't want to go back to the ranch, and now we're going to come over here and get this stat board. Now I like to do this here. Get your 5,000 points. You'll probably get the ollie 15 feet. And that's all our stat points that we need to get into the AMJAM, which is coming up. But that's important. Sketching here. Just go straight, sketch the car, and then jump off and talk to Mouton when you get to him. Now, over here, we will run over here. Spray this. I did it wrong. I ended up grinding the rail on accident. You could drop down and talk to Master Zen, like so. You could potentially skip his cutscene like you could with the ones in Beverly Hills. So we're gonna do this one. Run up the wall here, do a flip, and now we'll do this. Now, if you're playing this game on PC, you see the inputs are kind of weird. Now, if it says K, K is kick, G is grab, and R is rail, which is the grind. Here's part of the reason why I do the 5K there in Hollywood, because if it activates, you have to wait for it to go away before you can start your next challenge, which is kind of annoying. I forgot to mention that, but now we'll talk here. This is where our next butt slap comes into place, number 3. So we'll hit this ramp. If you can't do the butt slap, if you just don't know how to yet, you can come through this door and then just skate over here. It's obviously a little bit slower, but it's not too bad, especially for a beginner. You want to skate here. Now you want to hold against the wall because you don't want to fall off here. Hit the grind. It's safer. And then we'll talk to Master Zen right here. Now we're going to do rail stalls, which is basically how you did not a spin, but on a rail. And you could just do variations, so like double tap B, double tap X, whatever it may be for you. Just get 3 variations and you don't have to do 3 separate stalls. Then we'll hold this. We're going to avoid that, and we're going to skate over here, and now we're going to unlock special, which is important. Special and focus. So, you want to try to get it there. The best way to do that is boneless 180 judo, and then just grind the rail. Boneless 180 judo is the easiest way to get special, and then grinding the rail is what passes the goal. Then focus mode, you obviously just want to hold it for 6 seconds. Here you'll do your tail block slide and then hit the right trigger. What that does is it drops you off the rail instead of having to jump off. I hit focus a little early here. You'll want to hit it kind of around the bend, and then do the 360 hard flip. And that's it for downtown for right now.
Great. You
So,
now go kick.
jump up here, get that done. And so now this is where you're going to start getting special. Special increases your stats a little bit when you have it, which is obviously important because you go faster, you go a little further in the air. It's a very good thing to have. And you don't really think about it in a lot of the other games since it's not as relevant. Well, mainly since you always have a special bar in the other games. You don't actually unlock it until this point. So, now we'll talk to this guy.
Ace. Well, you watch. All right. Here, top this.
Now, this is the only real like scoring goal you have to do in this game. So 5,000, boneless 180 judo, manual. I like to do a flip trick at the end. Just
Here, beat this.
Boneless 180 judo manual is about 6,000 if you land it. If you land it clean, it's a little more. And then you can do the same thing there. Get your 18,000 since I landed clean. And now we can start the AMJAM. So the 6 stat points you'll get the 4 from the original Hollywood board, and then you'll get the 2 from the other one.
And the winner.
So this is the AMJAM. This is the first of a couple of auto scrollers in this game, where basically you just have to get a few points so you stay ahead of everyone. Basically, just don't be last, but obviously it's pretty easy to just stay ahead of everyone. Where you can get a couple of extra stats here, like spin and air. Spin and air are not as important in this game compared to speed, but we don't have access to those other stats yet. So. Not much to say on this point, honestly. Oh yeah, I just realized I did this out of order. At least out of order from how I do it. It's alright though. I'll bring it up after. I haven't actually run this game in a little bit, so I'm a little out of practice. But I was the one who kind of started to innovate this route. It got put together between Crofty and myself. The original like Hollywood Gate clip was found by somebody, I don't know who. I can't credit them. It's known as Mindy Skip, is the only thing I know. Or I don't know if it's called, I think it's just a gate clip. There's another category that utilizes it called low percent, but the difference between this and low percent is there's actually an extra goal we do, which you'll see after we finish this up. Well, partly after we finish this up. We have one more thing we have to do while we're here. So, what we'll do... here you can stay by the ramps because you'll want to grab the BMX. Ultimately, when you do these BMX goals, it's up to you. This is the best place to do them. I'd recommend just doing them here. You can do them before you do the AMJAM, you can do them after. It's up to you. I normally do them before, but I kind of forgot, so... I forgot, so let me make sure the time's good on the game. Alright. We should be okay. I'm just going to have to kind of speed it up a little bit. Actually, I should be fine. And then once that's done, exit out of this and hop on the bike. And now we have to do 3 BMX goals.
Hey, the big. All right,
So this first one is just ride for 30 seconds and don't fall off. Once you hear the little sound, you know you're good. Just checking the game time, making sure I'm okay. Obviously, in a normal run, you don't have to worry about this as much, but since it's a tutorial, I am. The inputs for the BMX are kind of weird on PC, at least with my controller setup. I have them kind of set up specifically on my keyboard binds, but not that well. So now that that's done, you'll want to look for the dark gray, or like the dark blue. This is a very good spawn. There are about 5 places he could spawn on the level, which I'll show them off to you. And wow, that's actually a really good spawn setup.
Oh, you're gonna let's see.
And then you'll do your right stick up. So yeah, you can see he spawned over there. He can spawn right here. He can spawn over there by the pool. He can spawn over that way. Spawn right here. It'll spawn right here. So now we're gonna skate out here. And if you do those before that, you can just come out here anyway. Now this is the point where you'll want to do your first save quit. This helps for a couple reasons. One, it helps you get to an area that you've already loaded. And second, it resets the time of day, but without actually resetting the day. So you can continue to get the speed stats. So once that's done, you can butt slap up here, or you can go through that door that's down there and talk to Master Zen.
You've got to release it. Grind the edge of this quarter pipe, then smash through the green tower. All I got.
For this, all you have to do is just come here and smash through it. Then you come here. Sometimes that won't activate first try. You'll have to do a second lap. It's only a couple seconds of time loss if you get that. So we'll hit yes on this, and then start skating out. And Iggy gets arrested. So we're gonna start skating towards Beverly Hills. And this is where we can do another quit out. I'm hoping the game doesn't crash because that can happen a lot, like I said. And it's not good. So we're going to come over here. We're going to come get our next stat sign. Which we're actually going to get our 10,000 right here.
Dude, I know. You. Yeah, advertise. Man, the trip.
So. This is going to be where you want to get your 10,000. Just kind of keep your combo together. And then drop off and come talk to the skate club leader again.
Rule number.
And he takes away your shirt that you just got. Now this, you just have to wait 40 seconds and do all the flatland tricks that are on the bottom right. They will not fill up the screen on easy, so you don't have to start doing them until like 30 seconds in, if you don't want to. But what you'll want to do is you'll want to make sure that you finish the goal right around here where this tall lady is, because this is where the trigger for the next goal starts. So we'll stay right around here. And I know it seems kind of stressful if the tricks fill it up like this. You know, you start doing them. It's pretty simple. I believe I've done all of them. No, I haven't. And then around 20 seconds, land it, and we'll start this goal.
We're going.
Follow up.
And get special here, and we'll follow these guys up to the top. Spawn and transfer here, and boom.
Here's what do you?
Now we're going to lip trick these beams. All you have to do is just hold your balance. It's really simple. And drop off when it tells you to.
Nice. Now hit the...
You can butt slap up here. You don't have to. I think you can get there with just a boned ollie, but I like to butt slap because I'm a tryhard. Land it here.
What? That?
And now this one, it tells you to go to the second beam, but you don't have to. You can just do it right there on the ground, and then do whatever input it tells you. And then come here. Now this is the next of, hey, you gotta wait through some time. You have 3 different battles here, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Now these battles are pretty interesting in the way they work. So I'm gonna wait until about 2 seconds and start scoring points. So these battles actually work, they rubber band to your score. So since I'm not scoring any points right now, Josh is not gonna score that many either. He's not going to score a whole lot of points since I'm not scoring a whole lot of points. But if I was to score like 1,000,000 points, he would score like 900,000. Which is why you want to kind of wait until there's about 2 to 3 seconds before you actually start scoring. And then kind of look around. There's different ways you can get your points up. You can do stuff like this. I personally just do boneless 180 judo like that. And then finish it up. You want to be careful with your timing though, because they can actually beat you.
Hey kid.
The only way for them to beat you is if they score like really late, which is possible depending on when you score. So now we'll wait for day 1. Like I said, about 2 seconds left. The most they'll score is maybe 6,000 points, but if you land a clean boneless 180 judo, you'll get 6,200. If not, you only get 42, but you can just do another one. Really simple. Not a whole lot that goes on in this section. This is parts where people tend to think this game is annoying, because it's very slow. There's nothing you can really do to speed this up, unfortunately. But it's just part of the game. It's what you gotta do. There's not much you can do about it. And if you're watching up to this point, I'm assuming you want to at least try this game, so something you gotta get used to. And I'll do another one. We'll hit no on that, and as soon as we hit this elevator, we're gonna do another quit out, and now start the Santa Monica section of the game.
Hey, get off. Wait a minute.
Yeah?
Huh, you'll do. See ya.
We'll skate around here and talk to this guy.
Hey man.
So there's a few goals we have to do here.
Let's see.
Basically, we gotta press these goons. That was a little slow. We gotta press these goons.
Wait.
and he's gonna run up to the roof. There's a couple of ways you can get up to the roof. I'll show the easier way first, in case you're not confident with your butt
Try
slaps.
get with that.
So if you're not doing the butt slaps, you can just skate around to this rail and just jump off. But if you are, you'll want to hit right on the corner there, and you can do that.
Nice.
It's obviously faster,
Hey,
but...
tell you what.
So now this one, you'll want to bone dolly over to this little planter, and then hit that. And that is all you gotta do for that goal. It's pretty simple. There's nothing really too hard in this game. It's just a lot of doing certain inputs, kind of knowing what you have to do. These, you just gotta do cavemans. It starts you on your board. You'll want to get off as quickly as you can, because sometimes the caveman won't register. And then you just run towards it, do the caveman like normal, get on your board after jumping, and it's all you gotta do.
Yeah, we gotta get... Don't.
So, get no on that. Get your special bar up. And we're going to do the first of our 3 FPS missions in this game. You can shuffle there. Shuffling is basically just going back and forth on a rail like that. It gives you a little bit of speed. It's nothing crazy.
What's up, home? Yeah, check it out. I tricked out.
So,
Oh, see if you can. I do.
So this you have to use your left stick, and then your shoot button, which is your flip button. It's pretty simple though.
School, since we won't be.
Hit no on this. And come over here and do our first graffiti tag here. Wait for the roller coaster to go by. Actually, I don't care. I can go past it. Roller coaster is scary. It can hit you and knock you off the board. We'll talk to this guy.
Get out. Oh, yeah?
So,
Hey, that right? Then
we're going to hit this car. It's kind of safer to hit the middle one, but I like doing this. That's another point where you just kind of have to sit and wait. But when the game tells you to land, you will actually want to wait about a second. Like half a second to a second. You'll see me do it, because if you land when it tells you to, you won't land. That's how this game works. It likes to do that to you, and that's like 20 seconds lost if you do that.
what? Dude, meet me at the end of the ride.
So.
Don't worry.
This generally wants you to grind, but you can jump off here, manual, and then hop back on right there. You can jump out here.
Dude, all luck knows. They're taking. I figured ride that.
And then these two upcoming, this one and the next one, you can just kind of follow the rail like this.
You waiting for?
I like getting special just so you can go a little bit faster. I don't know if the speed stat affects your grinding that much, but come over here. You can do a butt slap if you want. I do it because I'm a tryhard. And then talk to Mouton, do our second graffiti goal here. Do this, flip away, hop on your board. And this is probably the most annoying mission in this area. Potentially in the entire game.
Hey
So.
there.
Hey. See.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't forget.
So the first thing you'll do is acid drop. Pretty simple. Oh yeah, my time's good. And then you'll land this stall. And you'll want to kind of jump to the left or right, depending on how your camera's facing. So like this, you'll want to jump to the right. But it's very finicky. If you get that really well done, it's like you can have like a 152 on the timer. But I didn't.
I'll call my...
Hit no. We're gonna get our stats here. Which I believe this is the last stat board we pick up. Not mistaken. It is, yes. We'll talk to Tony Alva.
Word on my, but if you and don't.
So this one's pretty simple. You just have to have the trick in your string after it tells you to start, and then just jump past the cones.
Sweet.
Again, handstand, and then space walk, go a little faster. This one's a little bit harder. Birch slide. You want to activate it at the end like you did in Skate Ranch, but sometimes you can hit the cones to screw yourself.
And that's
Now,
not always.
one point I want to
I
make
saw an
here.
alien suit.
You will want to wait till the screen fades to white like this, like fades fully back in. Because if you save and quit here and don't allow that, your game will be soft locked. And there's a lot to go back through. It is very annoying. Now this save and quit can potentially crash you. I've not personally had it happen. But there's a first for everything. So. And if you don't feel comfortable with the game potentially crashing, that's okay. Just don't do the save quits if you don't feel comfortable with it. Ultimately, this is a speed game, and it's about how you do it. This is the second time you have to really care about your money. I guess technically the third time at AMJAM. And then come back to Santa Monica with the alien suit on. And talk to Mouton. and do our third graffiti goal, which only means we have one left after this, but we will cover that later. And this is where I like to get 30k. That was off of that stat board. It's kind of good to wait there if you don't feel comfortable. Get your 30k there, and that's our last speed stat. So you don't have to worry about the in-game time anymore. So now we have to create a trick. So you'll just want to go hit rotation and then just do frontside spin. Hit done. Talk to Alva. And then you'll want to wait for the roller coaster to go by. If you're faster, you can do it before it gets here. But since I did it the way I did, I had to wait for it.
I knew it! Don't!
Awesome.
And then another set of nada spins like what you had to do earlier. And again, kick, kick, rail, rail, kick, kick. And we'll see if that works.
Thanks. Later, dude.
And we don't get it. If you do that right, there's a weird glitch you can do where you can keep the alien suit. Then you hop out on this rail. I like to go around just because it's safer. I've lost runs to that.
Hey, dude, problem. Hey, if you...
And then we talk here.
No!
This is another good place if you want to get your 30k for that speed stat. Just get it here. And then once you're done with that, you'll want to sit here on the front of the boat. Because we have our next save quit coming up. So, we'll see when the oil rig pops up. You'll see the pop up at the bottom right. And that's when we'll pull it up. And we're going to go to the oil rig from Pro Skater 3. I don't remember what version of the game it is, but I know it's from Pro Skater 3, except it's more in depth in this version. So when that happens, you quit out. You'll spawn up here, hit this platform, and then get off your board and do this. And then do this, skate over here. And you'll see me going for special a lot, obviously, because that's just how you want to do it.
Sure. How about
It's important to get your speed up. So we'll grind, acid drop, grind, drop off the rail like so.
Now, hop out.
And then skate out here. I will say, I am enjoying making this tutorial. It's a lot calmer than just having to run through the game quickly. I'm enjoying showing this off, so I hope you guys are watching are enjoying as well. I hope I'm doing a good job.
Thanks.
If I'm not, let me know in the comments that, hey, Coop, you suck at making tutorials, don't do it anymore.
Them us, I take
This us, I've take. Go through the lift here.
the black.
So, this one you can hit, and then you'll do this. And this is where it gets
Now
interesting.
I have to get up. Right.
It's another big place where you can lose a lot of time, and I've lost a run to. At least A. Now, where it'll tell you to jump up there, you don't want to do that. You'll want to jump earlier. And then wall plant there, and boom. Now, you can quit out here if you want, or you can just jump out here and come this way. They're basically the same amount of time.
Long grunt when you get.
And I'm going to do this right, hopefully. I hope I do this right. I've only done it right like a few hundred times in my life. And boom, sweet spot.
Hey.
And then go here, rail, rail, and talk to the tool pusher. That's his name. Tool pusher Fred. Valve, valve, valve. Sometimes if you hit that third grind, it won't get you up there very easily, so you can just jump and it'll count it. Then you'll skate up here and talk to this guy.
I've got. He's so there. No, get.
Now we'll jump here. Basically, have to get there without using the walkways. It's just really simple. Just go this way. And spine transfer.
That's now that the well.
So you'll want to boneless here instead of spine transferring. That way you can skip the slow-mo that happens there. And we're done with the oil rig. So now we're going into the part of the game where it likes to crash the most. So be wary of that. You get through that part of the tunnel, you can quit out here. And now this is where a couple sequences of save quits happen, since we can't use the bus to go back to Beverly Hills. And there's not a fast goal. You'll want to land. Basically just land as soon as you can, because it cancels the slow-mo. Because if you have the slow-mo up, it makes the menus slower. I don't know why I tried to enter Nollie stats like I'm playing Thug 1. It's not even my button for Nollie. Key buttons in this game are weird, but... And then hit this rail, and quit out once more. What am I doing? I'm a dunce sometimes. I said it before, I'm kind of a spaz. We're gonna talk to Mega.
You got.
Boneless, get off your board, run up the ladder. When you get to about that second set of like the cross lines there, jump off the ladder. and boom, you're up here. Now these spray tags can be really annoying. You don't get them exactly on the spot, so what you'll want to do is kind of spray in a circle like that, and you're gonna most likely get it.
Hey,
Boom.
I just got a call from Boone. That the black.
How do I
head through? But what?
Then over here, I've seen people quit out here. I don't think it makes much of a difference, but get in the truck, go to downtown, and this is where our last graffiti tag comes in. So we'll boneless, run up here, and then come up this wire, then jump down here. Now this is where the game crashes the most. So you'll want to take this slow. You'll want this dialog box to pop up, then skate down here, and then give it a second before you quit out. And let's see. No crashes, thankfully. Sketch the car. Again, you can go straight for this. Then you can do what's called a super sketch, where you get where you sketch and then get off the sketch and hop on a rail. You go a lot faster. And then come down here, get the tattoo, chest, and boom, quit out once more, or you can skate back up if you feel more comfortable with that. And we don't actually have to quit out for a little bit now, so there's a little bit of breathing room. And then we're gonna get this and come over here. And come over here and talk to Hector, homie.
Hey, are you Hector?
Slight flash warning for anybody who may be prone to
How do you
seizures.
You know what?
I don't know
Bring
if
it.
it's fast
All
enough to
right,
actually
man.
do it, but I feel good in bringing that up. I don't know anything about seizures. Okay, I did this wrong. Sorry. You want to just manual down and then hit your spacewalk, which is left, right, X, or left, right, whatever your flip button is. And this is the difference between NG and NG Plus right here.
And right now, Blackwood designer finally come back.
If you're doing NG Plus, you can talk to Hector right here and continue. If you are not, which is what this game is, it's just NG, you'll come over here and talk to Mouton. You want to be very careful. You don't help him finish his piece. You want to hit down and scroll to create a graphic. And you got to wait for it to load, create new, and then basically just spam through like this. You'll want to hit the top 4 sections, just do the first piece. That was actually pretty good by doing that. And then you'll skate back to Hector. Like I said, that's the only difference between NG and NG Plus.
This fool use
So, pretty simple.
don't let
Skate over here, get this tag. Now, Spat can respray these tags. If you're not fast enough. So, you know, if you bone ollie across that, it's pretty safe. Get off the board here, do our third tag. Then jump up here. And jump down here and get our last one. Pretty simple.
wait, you can skip. No, find my to give you.
Oh my goodness. And this is sometimes the bike guy can spawn here, Rick Thorne, which is really annoying. But now we're going to use the bike. This is what our 3 bike goals were for earlier. It all is a culmination of this. We're going to come over here, get that gap, and talk to the BMX Cholo.
First job finished.
Now it tells you to do it off the kicker. You don't have to. Just hit it on the side like this.
That was
really easy.
for your big.
And it's funny because they didn't even teach you how to do the tabletop in the goals you have to do. But
Okay,
whatever.
this would do it and try.
Do a tail whip. Try not to break your neck, homie. And boom.
Okay, manual. Then I'll go for it.
Now again, it says manual. You don't have to. You can just skate up to the wall, and boom. Now you can save quit here, but it is very sketchy. I've lost runs to this save quit before, so I'm going to show you the safer save quit. I don't know if there's much time difference between either of them. It's ultimately up to you, I think. This one might be a little slower. And then once you're here, quit out. Now, if you do the save quit up there, you will just want to hop on the bus and come to East LA. So, and then you're going to skate through here. This isn't normally the way I go, but I'll show you the other way when I get up. And now we get to talk to this guy.
Yo, homie, he deserted. Man, you.
And then now we get to board whack these sprinklers. The hitboxes on them are actually terrible. So you're basically just gonna end up spamming them. And no, you cannot just hit 2 of them. Trust me, I've tried. And then hit this rail, smash through. Now you can skip that cutscene, it saves you like a second. But I didn't mash hard enough. Boom. Talk to Boom.
Wow, I have.
Now you'll want to stand about here on his right. Hit this twice, and then drop your board here, and he will grab it, even though he had a board already. Because this game makes sense.
Hey,
and we'll talk to Dave.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
There's.
Man, I.
Look.
And then we'll do this goal here. Watch this guy defy the laws of gravity. We're gonna do about 5 front flips as well. Boom. Because you don't have to land it. And somehow the car just breaks apart.
Dude, the park. Get off.
And then we're gonna get these. It's pretty easy, just stay on the line. Now you gotta jump up to this side of the bridge though. Follow it. Get rid of that text and go back to the ranch. I've heard there's a chance that pop-up doesn't come up, but I've never seen that myself. And it's time for our second FPS mission.
Get off of my crane! I'm shutting you down! Jump over, jerky!
Look, we got. Hey, you haul.
And now you just shoot this guy a bunch. So I hope you have a good trigger finger. And just spam it. I've seen somebody do spacebar on his mouse on the keyboard and it gets faster. Sometimes that shipping container can cock block you. But it's kind of
Man! Alright, cool.
And then get special, and now we get to skate all the way to Hollywood, because that's fun. We're coming up on our last save quit, actually, which is good because once you get past it, you don't have to worry about anything. Except just finishing the game. You know, let me tell you the thing. What the hell? There are some patches you can get. There's like patches that help the crashing. They don't really fix it fully. You know, I've been on world record pace runs and lost to them to crashes. I've been on some fantastic runs and lost them to crashes. It's very unfortunate. You know, I think I'm going to link the runs that we did for the Tony Hawk Marathon as well. Just so you can see this run fully in kind of a more casual setting than just a world record run.
Hey, you need.
So now that that's done, skate up here, and we're going to go back in the tunnel. Get your special bar. And then about halfway through, when the game kind of stops for a second, like a small second, and loads, like that, you quit out. And that's the last quit out we're going to do. Then we get this cutscene.
Sorry to drag you out of there, but it was an emergency.
And we're on to the pro goal
has
section.
A plan.
Been over 52 minutes, not bad.
Dude, I just got a text message.
This was a speedrun, I'll be very
Tony
slow.
Hawk's shopping here on Rodeo Drive. Like right now. I figured we can make you and Dave get Tony Hawk committed to this video hook, line, and sinker. I'm off to get the internet thing going. I'll get the... We'll hook back up when enough...
And then put you over here because technically that cutscene starts because you're supposed to skate to the ranch or like a certain part of Beverly Hills. Skate over here and talk to Tony Hawk.
Check here. Well,
And he disappears.
Only the
better.
you're about to.
Here's
This mission is a lot of do this trick over this thing or this way because Tony Hawk invented it. And the Tony Hawk, the guy who the game is named after. So hit this spine transfer. Sometimes that spine is weird.
This is
but,
totally.
Watch and learn.
and he tells you to do a frontside hurricane, but you actually do a backside since you're playing regular and not goofy. Frontside hurricane, not hang 10 nose ground. When you hit the end, you get the gap. You can drop off.
Hey man,
You Tony was.
Oh, here.
Now you got to do the gymnast plant, which will tell you to do invert, then hit double grab.
Thank.
But what you can do instead is down left, and then lip, and that's it.
Hey.
2.5. You
Yeah, that'll.
And then we get our next special trick, the 900. Each pro gives you a special trick.
class.
No.
So we're gonna just do this one. But we did it better because we did a 1260. Then we're gonna skate over here to Day One Song. Do his goal.
Nah. Yeah. Me and Mike. You interested?
This is
Well, I don't
basically
wanna
the
be
point
double
where you
watch.
just
Now
get the group together to get the park back. I like to ride that to the end. That way you can just have your special bar and then get on the bus, and we're going to downtown. So we're gonna skate over here. Come talk to Mike V. We used to have to do that Murphy goal to get back to the ranch,
Wait,
but
what?
thankfully
But
with
with
routing
green pipe.
changes, we don't have to anymore.
Alright, first do a triple impossible.
So this is another one. A lot of these goals are basically do this trick or do stuff a certain way. Admittedly, these goals are not very creative. This is the only one that you really have a chance of failing.
Nice job. Now do a triple kickflip.
This one, triple kickflip, triple heel flip, pretty easy. And boom.
Right on. How about a triple heel flip?
Triple heel flip. Weird to think this game's almost over. Especially with like how slow I've been slowing it down just to show it off. It's been fun.
You've got.
Now we got that. And then we'll come over here and talk to Paul Rodriguez.
Paul, where am I? A shipment? I'm on.
Now this one you just have to collect shoe boxes. Now if you miss one, say you miss one through this line, you can just keep going. So I believe there are like 50 that are available. On Sick you have to collect all 50, but on Easy you only have to collect 30. So like right there is where you're prone to missing one. Get that.
Hey, I'm working. Oh yeah.
And you're gonna come out here, hit out of bounds, quick turn around, and go to the bus. Then go to East LA. Let me show you guys kind of the way I like going up there, because you want to go the same way anyway. I'm gonna hit the rail here, go over the tram, and hit this. And then you come up here and do this spine transfer, or what you want if you're better, you're more like acclimated to it. The way that I like to do it, if I'm not struggling, is you hit this, and then hit up like this, and then just talk to Stevie from here. But it's ultimately up to you.
Now remember here. Look now, you.
So now we got to do nollies. It's something you've been able to do the whole time. It just doesn't tell you. And thankfully, Stevie's one of the few goals you can actually skip his demonstrations of the tricks he does.
Now watch.
I don't know why it's only in this goal. No, it's pretty simple.
You look. You see that kid pulling up now, Pete.
Nollie triple heel flip. It's much harder on Sick, but this difficulty, it's fine, even though I fucked it up because I'm a dummy. That's what I get for talking. Probably because I spun or something like that.
Alright, a bone.
Bone dolly, hit the wall right here. Get your bone dolly. Sometimes it doesn't register. I don't know why. And then get off your board, come up here, and now we're going to talk to Bam. Do our last pro goal.
Bam. Go. Let's see. Approach the ledge with speed. Ollie, turn, slide, and then right away.
My favorite part is that his vocals sound like they were recorded on a Nokia in a hallway. Like he set them in from like Castlevania. Alright, so do a backflip over. Pretty simple. Don't smack into him. I've done that before.
I will correct you. You go. Oh, what's the?
I've lost runs to a lot of dumb shit in this game. But you know, that's speedrunning. That's life. That's what all the people say. And then we get this done.
Dude, you got incoming!
And now Bam gets to fart in this guy's face. So. Talk to the taco truck girl.
I'll drive. Give me the.
And that's the last time you need money in this game. Like I said, you don't need to get any money grinding on easy, thankfully. Normal and Sick, you have to not only money grind, you have to do more or all of the goals. Yeah, it's annoying. So now, we are in the casino, the final big section of the game. We're almost done, ladies and gentlemen. Which is crazy, because I do not feel like I've been playing this that long. We're gonna come out here, talk to Iggy, do our third and final FPS mission.
They are bombs.
Now, sometimes these hitboxes are kind of weird. You want to kind of keep the cannon near the diving board. Just try to hit them. And then once you get control, there's like 2 sections where you have control. Once that second one, you'll want to kind of shoot left. And come talk to Boone.
Dude, had great close.
Hey,
Kind, but you should.
but try. You're.
Alright, so. Kick flip. Triple kick flip. Talk to Iggy. We only have 3 more goals left.
See, it ain't good. Neck, aft, that shit.
So.
Yeah.
Go up here. Acid drop. You want to lean forward, jump over this. You can acid drop again. Lean forward, stall, and talk to Iggy again.
All right. Hey, right on.
So you'll do bone dolly here. Bone dolly again. Let's try that again. This goal is very finicky because you have to hit this on the way up, and then the next trick you'll want to hit on the way down. So you'll do this again, I like to butt slap here. Let's see if I get this trick.
The inner
Little, there's a core we could.
The death.
I'll go check.
And I got it. Nice. I was going to show my controller, but for some reason it would not show up. So if you, right there at the end, if you hold back and get off the board, you can spawn right down there at the door. But if you don't, the backup for this strat, you can come right here. I'm going to show this because it's important. You'll want to skate up here and right on this corner, and you can get yourself through. If you do the backup, you won't lose any time compared to hitting that other strat, but if you don't, then you will. But that's just how it is. We're on our final goal now.
Oh, got the crap. Remember.
So, immediately hit this rail, drop off. You might hit the freeway and go a little faster. But you can also hit that wire up there because of where it spawns you. And come down here. Now, basically, we just have to skate back to the ranch. Fortunately, you cannot save quit through this since it's a mission. So again, you just kind of hit your wall rides here. And then come up here. The timers are very generous. You can just kind of hit this if you want. On easy, it's almost impossible to get detected by the helicopter. On normal, it's sick. It's a little harder. Bank drop into the subway. And this is the only time I actually use this transition tunnel, funnily enough. Technically, the East LA one doesn't get used if you do the other quit out, but hit this here, jump over, not that way. Sometimes you just want to go left towards this gate and up here into this tunnel. Just skate through it. A lot of this game, at least this mission, is just kind of figuring out the quickest way to get through everything. That's a lot of the movement in this game, is just figuring out how to get from point A to point B as quick as you can. So, we're on our final one here. You'll want to stay on the right side until you get past that guard down there. These guards have Borderlands melee, where they can just kind of hit you if you're above them. So, you'll want to zoom past them. And this is the final stretch. And your timer, you'll be ready to stop your time in just a minute when the cutscene starts. So you'll hit here, shuffle for style, and boom, that's your time. So that's the run right there. That run was like, what, 58 minutes of me just playing, maybe a little longer, hour. Not too bad. It's not too bad for a demonstration. My record is 50:27. That's the current world record for NG, even though it can definitely be pushed lower. But we're going to skip this. And I'm going to leave it right here. So, I know this was kind of quick. I know that I kind of shotgunned a lot of things out at random points. Like I said, this is my first tutorial. And I can only hope that I did a good job. If you have any questions, of course, be sure to leave them in the comments or join the Tony Hawk Discord and leave them there. You'll see the thaw section. You can go ask your questions there. This game's very good to run if you're a beginner Tony Hawk player. It's very simple. It helps you learn some mechanics that are good in the other games that will help you out a lot. It helps you learn just the gameplay loop in general. This game is enjoyable. It can be a bit slow at times, as you saw with some of the auto-scrollers. But it's not a bad game to speedrun. It's not bad. So, that's all I've got for you guys. I appreciate y'all sitting through this. I've said it before. I hope I did a good job. If there are any tricks you have any questions about, of course, be sure to let me know. I'll try to remember all the important links to leave in the description. That's all I've got. So, thanks for checking out my tutorial. If you enjoyed it, of course, you could hit that like button. I don't know if it really matters. You could share it with your friends if they want to speedrun this game. I don't really post a lot other than my PVs, but you can subscribe to see some of my runs. And I guess with all that said, I'll bid you all adieu. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.